I don't think that people go into doing a crime, planning to be seen on camera.
Adding surveillance in the city of Greenville, how much it'll cost and the impact it will have.
A student arrested while a former state football champion is out of school this afternoon.
Guns on campus, what East Carolina's chancellor says about a bill threatening to change gun laws on school grounds.
And the final day of our Mental Health Week is here, how you can get free and anonymous help. It's next as your News at 6 starts right now.
This is 9 on your side at 6.
Day 5 of the 9 on Your Side Mental Health Week brings us to the theme of connecting. Today, it's all about advice. You are looking live right now at a phone bank. In the studio, mental health experts ready to answer any and all of your questions. Our phone bank is open until 7 o'clock tonight. It is free. It is anonymous. Please make that call, 1-888-616-0614. That's 1-888-616-0614. The number will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen throughout this newscast, and we'll pop over there in just a moment. They're going to be here until 7, as I said. Take advantage of this very unique opportunity. They are here for you. Good evening. Thanks so much for inviting us in tonight. I'm Jeff Varner.
And I'm Amanda Goodman. Well, do surveillance cameras stop people from committing crimes? Greenville city leaders think so, and by next year they will have spent $1 million on cameras all across the city, but it's unclear whether the results justify the cost. So our Katie Banks is digging deeper to find you the truth.
Greenville has more than 180 surveillance cameras set up across town, but are they worth the investment, and do they really stop crime? I went to find out. They helped investigators identify the Boston bombing suspects and capture local bad guys in the act. Now surveillance cameras could be showing up on more of your street corners.
It's a force multiplier. It's 180 extra sets of eyes, and it enables us to see things that we would otherwise miss.
Greenville city leaders have already spent nearly $700,000 on 182 cameras around town over the past 5 years. Now they want to add 62 more cameras to crime hotspots, bringing the investment grand total to $1 million.
I believe they do stop crime because students walking home from the bar area are more protected when they leave downtown.
Police say the video can provide them with strong evidence after crimes occur and give the public a way to help identify suspects.
And we are able to locate suspect vehicles leaving scenes using those traffic cameras.
But researchers still cannot agree on whether these cameras actually prevent crime from happening in the first place, as many major cities have seen crime rates fluctuate after camera installation.
I think they have the potential to stop crime. I don't know how you measure what doesn't occur.
But if deterrence cannot be proven, some people argue the cost cannot be justified.
I don't think it makes a difference. I feel like, if somebody's going to do something wrong, they're going to do it regardless.
Sergeant Joe Friday says he believes the cameras are a smart way to spend his department's money because they incur a one-time cost for installation and then have a low recurring maintenance cost. City Council members will vote on this issue Monday night at 6 o'clock. In the studio, Katie Banks, 9 on your side.
Katie, thank you very much. A Greenville teenager faces DWI charges after crashing a car into a house. It happened around 7 o'clock last night on Rouse Road in Kinston. Troopers say 18-year-old Nathan Staxklanunas, I hope I said that correctly, ran off the road, hit a ditch, a tree, and then a house. He was not alone in the car. Nobody got hurt. Troopers say they estimate damage to the home will cost around $3,000. He's charged with DWI and reckless driving. Police arrest a Havelock High School football player. They say he had drug paraphernalia and alcohol on him. Aaron Rossi is the same student we reported last week, embarrassed by a flyer posted on the fieldhouse wall by Coach Jim Bob Bryant. Bryant admits he posted the flyer calling Rossi and another player out for not doing what it takes to be a great player. We spoke with Rossi's mother, who says she has now pulled her son out of Havelock High. Court records show Rossi has a court date set for June 20th.
Your tips helped Kinston police arrest this man, Jaquan Kuntz. Police say he stole a 2003 Ford Expedition out of a driveway, drove it 3 miles down the road, and left it near a gas station. Now, after we aired surveillance pictures from the gas station, someone called in and helped police track him down. Police put Kuntz back in the Lenoir County Jail under a secured bond. These surveillance pictures come from the Kangaroo Express on West Vernon Avenue in Kinston. On Wednesday, police say this man pointed a gun at a gas station worker and demanded money. Hours earlier, a similar robbery happened at a Dollar General store about 3 miles away. Now, police think the same man robbed both stores. If you can help identify him, call Kinston Police. Well, our weather has us in a holding pattern of sorts.
Yes, with the threat of rain still looming, Chief Meteorologist David Sawyer is out live in Vanceboro with our first look at this weekend's forecast. David.
Well, Jeff and Amanda, it is a little bit cool out here tonight, but rain-free. Good to know. The Strawberry Festival going on in Vanceboro, and it's kind of windy, too. As you might note here, we have lots of vendors on tap for this weekend at the Strawberry Festival. Families have gathered in Vanceboro for tonight and tomorrow's festivities. Rides for the kids, of course, strawberries galore, and it is a sweet smell. Loving strawberries myself. It is going to be a fun weekend in Vanceboro at this year's Strawberry Festival. Let's talk how it feels outside. Current temperatures in the 9 on your side viewing area. We're talking numbers in the 60s, even some upper 50s, like Edenton at 59, 60 degrees for Washington. On southward we go toward Vanceboro and New Bern and Havelock in the mid to upper 60s, but these northeast winds and east winds keeping it feeling even colder, blowing anywhere between 15 and 25 miles per hour. That takes us into your forecast for this evening. Grab the jacket if you're heading over to the Vanceboro Strawberry Festival for the evening festivities. Temperatures will fall through the 50s, mid-50s by late evening, and coming up we'll talk more about the rest of your weekend forecast for all that's going on in eastern North Carolina. Stay tuned for those weekend forecast details.
All right, David, thank you so much. You know, it's been a long, challenging week. Jeff Varner has really worked hard to bring awareness to the issue surrounding mental illness and those who are living with it. Our town hall meeting was a big success last night. Lots of good questions asked. Here's a quick look at what went down.
The number of approved professional providers available to them has grossly decreased. Many families are caught in appeals for services removed while their loved ones suffer. Are all the new and often undefined assessments, appeals, and court backups worth all the taxpayer dollars? This is Amy Brown.
We're from the Craven County area, and we don't have all the wonderful things that Pitt currently has. And what little we did have prior to ECBH coming into power, or whatever you want to call it, providership, as of April last year, what we used to have is quickly dwindling.
It is not our goal to deny anyone the services they need. In fact, we have a responsibility to the state to ensure that everyone who needs services gets them. Under Medicaid, there is an entitlement to service if the service is medically necessary. So that absolutely is not our goal. It is also our goal and our responsibility under our contract with the state to address gaps in services. So if there is a provider shortage in New Bern, in Craven County, that's part of our responsibility to seek to address. Now, we can't, you know, as Dr. Saeed is saying, we can't, you know, wave our magic wand to make a psychiatrist move to New Bern, but we can find perhaps alternative ways of addressing that problem, such as with telepsychiatry.
And you get your opportunity to speak to an expert. We had a very good night last night. That number again is 1-888-616-0614. We've got a panel of highly qualified individuals here who are waiting to take your calls. Anything mental health related. It doesn't matter what it is. It's an anonymous call. It's a unique opportunity we hope you will take advantage of. Right now, I'd like to interview one of our panelists. This is Dr. Mike Lang, who you have a unique perspective in that you are not only an internist, but you're also a psychiatrist. Talk about some of the calls we're getting here today.
They've actually been very varied, actually. I've received everything from suicidal ideation to someone who's had dizziness to someone who is worried about breast cancer recurrence.
Wow.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest problems people have is not knowing where to go for help. So we're just trying to give people ideas for resources and phone numbers that they can contact so they'll know where to go for what they need.
Now, mental illness is certainly something that's a problem. People don't want to talk about it. Talk a little bit about the stigma. Very quickly, we just have a few seconds.
Well, they've just basically been going, I have a friend, or I have a mother, or I have a father, and can you tell me where I need to go to get help? And that typically follows with the stigma of mental illness.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for volunteering your time today, as well as everybody else. Again, that number 1-888-616-0614. Call it right now. They'll be manning the phones until 7. Amanda?
All right, Jeff, thanks so much. More news now. ECU's chancellor gave his thoughts on a gun bill moving through our state's General Assembly. If passed, House Bill 937 will let concealed carry permit holders bring their guns onto college campuses as long as they leave them locked in their cars. In a statement released today, Chancellor Steve Ballard says the bill is a bad idea. Supporters of the bill say it would make the campus safer, but Ballard thinks it's just going to create a dangerous environment. His feelings fall in line with those expressed by UNC Assistant President Tom Ross. Well, could your child be kicked out of the state pre-K program? Another bill in our state legislature could change the pre-K eligibility guidelines, potentially cutting the number of children in half. Not in your science, Alex Friedman now joins us in the studio. Alex, this bill now, it's important to say, it's in the early stages.
Yeah, Amanda, we do want to emphasize the bill still has to move through the House and the Senate, but if passed, it could affect thousands who already struggle to get into a pre-K program with a very long waiting list. House Bill 935, sponsored by State Representative Justin Burr, aims to tighten the current eligibility requirements on families looking to enroll in the state's pre-K program. So we broke down the numbers, and the income requirement caps currently sits at a little more than $41,000 for a family of 3. But House Bill 935 would reduce the current income requirements to the federal poverty level, and that's only a little more than $19,500. We talked with the pre-K officials in Pitt County who say the bill could reduce the number of children in our state's pre-K program by nearly half. Representative Burr was quoted saying the bill's reduction would put the program at a level that could be more appropriately funded. But it flies in the face of Governor McCrory's recently released budget. In it, the governor asked to fund an additional 5,000 at-risk children, bringing our state total to 30,000 4-year-olds per year in the pre-K program. Opponents of the bill echo the governor's position of further funding pre-K, yet many of you on Facebook felt the same. Lauren Kathleen Redmond wrote, yeah, $19,500 means my daughter who has special needs won't be getting desperately needed services we're relying on. And Vanessa Sperry Barnes wrote, I will never understand why income levels matter when a child's education is in question. All children should be given the same benefits. But Becky Adams wrote, I agree that it should be about income as well. If the parents are both working, they can afford a decent preschool. And now there are other ways into the pre-K program, like children of active duty military and special education plans or disabilities. They also qualify, but this bill could tighten those requirements as well. So the bill, as we said earlier, still has to move through the House and the Senate, so nothing has changed yet, but you need to be aware of it, and we'll keep an eye on it for you. Alex Friedman, 9 on your side.
Some 5th graders in Onslow County learn you can't always trust advertising. The students from Dixon Elementary School spent the last month investigating product claims like Febreze eliminates odors anywhere, and Bounty is stronger than the leading brand. These students used Skype today to present what they found to consumer specialists at the New York-based magazine Consumer Reports. Students say the experience makes them more skeptical of advertising claims.
They really want people to buy their items, so sometimes they have to not tell the truth about it because they really want them to buy it.
A couple of interesting things the students found. Energizer batteries do not last longer than Duracell, and Bing really is faster than Google.
What a great project.
That is a great project. I love that idea. Students standing up against bullying. It happened in Onslow County today. What they did to stop a bully.
You know, I love seeing that. Plus, our mental health phone bank continues. The number at the bottom of your screen, 1-888-616-0614. It's free. It's anonymous. Call in and ask the answers. Ask to get the answers you have questions to. Stay with me.
Your weather on the road from Vanceboro. Of course, for a strawberry festival, you have lots of red ripe strawberries, lots of other things going on for the kids and families. Your weekend forecast after the break.